Gosh, I think Matt. A soup is just the perfect temperature.
Through the floor, through the earth's core, to the other side, bitch.
Oh, she does love me.
Listen, I can show you the world.
She could thank him, you know. He did all this work. He did the legwork here.
He didn't abandon the dog. He forced the dog to be his wingman.
This is all of Ariel's nightmares rolled into one.
I fear we might be here a while.
The fuck was that?
I have no idea what the fuck just happened.
I don't know. He left, came back, and then it said recording in progress.
Zoom like closed out and came back up. That was really weird.
It was like, no Zoom for you.
That was odd. Okay. It's good soup.
Good soup. Good soup.
Good soup. Good.
I love me some
soup.
good soup. It's like the perfect temperature.
I have to be in the mood for soup. And like I've told you before, I can't really do soup down here.
I'm always in the mood for soup.
Girl, I live in soup.
It's like 90 something degrees today and I'm eating soup.
No,
The AC's on inside. I have soup.
Speaking of soup, Miso is just like laying here on the floor, asleep.
How big is she now?
She's getting big.
I'm big fat mad that
Yeah.
the voting for Love Island this week was not to get rid of somebody, but to vote for your favorite couple because I just feel like it's such a disservice.
Yeah. Well,
Like for sure, they could twist that around, but I ain't trusting nobody.
I trust in nobody. You're so funny.
I ain't trusting nobody. Gosh, I think I'm at. A soup is just the perfect temperature. It's just under scald your brains out.
Oh my God. Not the scald your brains out.
We kind of have to let it sit for a minute because it's too hot to like chew, but it feels so good going down your throat.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah. That hot liquid. All right, one more bite. Okay, maybe two. All right, hello. I apologize
Hello.
in advance because I'm a little nasally today. I'm a little congested. Summer school is germy.
Yeah.
But we read a book.
We did. Yes, we did.
Let me pull up my trigger warnings. Boop, 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 boop. You know, I meant to thank you the last time. You were so kind to me.
I was kind to you?
Yes.
Shock off.
I know, it was so nice.
Let's write this down, guys. I was kind to her.
I am
Do I know what I was kind?
I'm
I
putting
don't know
it
what I was
into
kind about.
print, into real, into forever here. When I logged in to edit my last episode, you had already done my intro for me. And I was like, "Aw, that was so sweet." That was like
Because, okay, so here's why. Because I know sometimes you have really hard times with your internet.
Yeah.
With downloading things. So I just automatically started making them like immediately and uploading them in there.
Awesome. I was like, and I don't have to figure out
I
which
can
one's
be
the
nice
right one.
sometimes.
And I was like, It was like the best thing ever because that was the most daunting part of going on. I was like, oh, I have to try to find the trigger warnings. I have to try to go on and freaking find the stupid cover. I have to go find this shit. And then I went on and it was already there. And I was like, oh, it was like Christmas morning. And I was like, oh, she does love me. But
I need you to know that I also love you because I called you at 8:15 this morning to get the most unhinged conversation to happen at 8:15 in the morning.
listen,
Just
but
know it for to her being a cat in heat. That was it.
sometimes, man, sometimes, okay. We're living in the wrong place. Anyways,
Yeah.
no, I don't. But so I was about to do the triggers, and it just made me think of the trigger warning for the thing, and I was like, oh yeah,
Mm.
I meant to say something, and then I got lifed,
I got
lifed.
lifed, like saying you got like murked.
I got lifed up the ass.
No, she didn't, but she wants to.
Side note, I don't remember what we were referencing today. Um, but it was basically like, yeah, 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 whatever. I don't really share drinks anyways, kind of thing. And it was like, well, it's not like you went and licked someone's asshole or something, knew what asshole tasted like or whatever. And I don't remember how it went, whatever, not the point. Anyways, and I was like, well, honestly, everyone probably should know what asshole tastes at some point in their life. Like at some point, like, and they were like, yeah, no, no,
It just tastes like skin.
right.
I only know this because I.
Know what asshole tastes like.
Yeah.
Right. Anyways, the trigger warning for this episode
It's not asshole licking, but you're welcome.
is morally gray and manipulative MMC, exhibitionism, voyeurism, stalking, blood, spitting, arson, assault slash torture, murder, parental loss off page, grief, FMC hits MMC, drugged FMC, not by MMC, kidnapping, emesis, suicide off page, dog dies off page, proxy marriage, needles for tattooing and piercing, cancer mentioned, hospitalization mentioned. Ta-da!
Not the ta-da.
That is for Of Ink and Alchemy by Sloane St. James.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we read this week.
Yes.
On to the book.
What the fuck?
I don't know. So our main male character, Logan, yeah, he's basically in love with Kelly, our FMC, and he has been for a long time. She is the daughter of the man that was his boss and mentor for a really long time, who he inherited his tattoo shop from that he currently runs. He's known Kelly since she was a teenager, and she was basically just a kid sister back then when he was apprenticing at the shop. But she went away for college and came back not just a kid sister. She came back to do her own apprenticeship, and things kind of changed, and his feelings towards her kind of changed.
I mean, that happens.
The dad clocked it and basically told Logan to let her grow a little. She's not ready for all that
Which,
Logan,
like,
who,
fabulous. Love this. Love that part of the dad saying, just let her grow, man.
and I loved that the dad was so perceptive of the situation. Super cute. Logan, who was still trying to figure out how he felt himself, was basically like, not sure what you're talking about, buddy. But the father was basically like, he has a feeling that he's not going to be around for much longer. And he needed to know that Logan would take care of his little girl. So when the time did come, He needs to be good to her and let her make the choice what's right for her. So Logan bided his time, and it's been 3 years. And now Kelly has a boyfriend that she's had for about 6 weeks. And Logan thought it was the same old, some fling like all the others, except she's talking about it like it's serious. And she could actually see potential long term with this guy. And Logan realizes that this is his moment. He needs to shut this down. He was fine letting her be young and free and wild and all that. But if she's ready to start settling down, he's going to be the only one she starts to settle down with. I mean, Kelly, on the other hand, who was 16 when she met Logan to his 22, had a huge teenage crush on him and followed him around like a puppy dog. And when she was 18 and leaving for college, she finally got up the nerve to say something to him about it, but he shot her down because she was so much younger than him and he saw her like a kid. So
Oof.
Kelly, yeah, pushed those feelings deep, deep down, as deep as she possibly could. She squashed them way, way down and has decided not to even dare look at those feelings. They're in that box. She hasn't looked at them since. Besides, now he's her boss and they have a great relationship. He's her friend, especially after her father died. He became her rock. Kelly's father passed away from cancer 6 months after being diagnosed. He was a huge pillar in the tattoo community, and Kelly has very big shoes to fill. There's a large tattoo convention coming up that she's been invited to do a piece in, and it's her first time being like a headliner type of thing, and she's very nervous about it because she's worried about people judging her based on her dad. And she's been practicing for it in the shop after it closes, and Logan is teasing her yet again about the boyfriend situation. And Kelly tries to distract him by doing a tarot reading on him. But he brings it back around again with his
Bring it
question
around.
while he shuffles the deck. Should Kelly break up with her boyfriend?
Break up
It's
to
not looking good.
break.
The cards she pulls, she reads that it basically says that things aren't as great as they seem. There's a decision to be made. And she feels like it's like a setup, because it is. And she pulls the final couple cards saying that new beginnings are coming. Trust her intuition and find the courage to find new love again. And Logan is sitting there looking pretty satisfied. But then she says the next three cards will be about him specifically. So he should wipe that smirk off his face. And then the next three basically say that he might not have great intentions and he might meddle where he shouldn't and might manipulate situations that aren't his. But that he is stable, grounded, reliable, and nurturing to those he cares about. And he does want to be in a relationship and finds someone and craves connection. But then she pulls the last card and it's death, which has him stopping laughing. But she says it's not literal. It just represents that he's going to have a huge change. Something's going to end and something's going to change and there's going to be a new beginning. But there will be no going back to the old version. Logan obviously stacked the deck. He has been doing this for years whenever she does tarot readings with him, stacking the deck for her. Whenever he wants to push things in a certain direction. He was honest in his little bits about how he was being manipulative. That has to count for something. I just also want to take a side tangent here that I personally have never met a Kelly that I have liked. I really hope to change that one day and that I meet a Kelly that's not a raging twat waffle, but moving
Not the twat waffle. Oh my god.
on. Even though it has been
Good
3 years
Lord.
since her father has passed, Kelly still spends her day or two off every week, typically, spending time in her attic where her and Logan moved all of her dad's stuff so that there's a space for it. It's not taking up the whole house. And she just either slowly goes through her dad's stuff or just spends time there with her dad's stuff. She has made a dent in the things, whether giving them away or donating them or whatnot, but sometimes she just gets lost in it and spends the weekend there just being around his stuff. Grief isn't something that's linear, as most know. And Logan has put a sensor on the attic door so he knows when she goes up there, so she doesn't get lost for days and he doesn't know what's going on. So he goes to keep her company and helps out. She actually makes quite a bit of growth donating a good bit of items right before her birthday, which is nice when her birthday comes around because Logan gives her a letter from her father. Her father has written a letter for every single birthday and possible major milestones for her, which is really sweet. This year's letter basically is just the dad reminiscing about how 26 is the year that he married her mom and she was his soulmate, and he wants that kind of love for her in all the different ways that it could sneak up on her, etc., etc. But there's very specific wording in it that Logan will use against her because he reads it ahead of time. Logan also gives her a wrapped present from him and says to open it when she gets home later. When she gets done work, she goes out on a date with the boyfriend, Jason, who gives her a necklace with her birthstone. That's not her birthstone, even though she does point that out, but he argues with
Bruh.
her.
Like,
She,
why would you argue with somebody who clearly knows what
men,
so dumb. True, men are stupid. Men are
she
dumb.
lets it go, though. She has that tarot reading in her head, and now everything that she was kind of like, oh no, he tries so hard. Like he puts in so much effort. She just can't help but see all the flaws. But she's still trying. It's her birthday. She wants to have a smooth night until he says that the second gift that he got her is he hired a company for state liquidation to come take everything away in her attic to free up her weekends and allow them to have more time together.
Okay. I understand the
Do you?
sentiment behind it,
Do you?
but at the same time, that's such like a personal thing to be doing. So like I wouldn't want anyone to just come in and just start touching my shit. You know? Sorry, Vista. Yeah. Like I said, but then again, like again, he got her birthstone wrong and argued with her. And then he's just a dumb boy.
Kelly tries to say that she appreciates the thought and the effort, but she's not ready to move at that pace and changes the subject. They finish up dinner and end up going back to his house to watch a movie. He starts to initiate things with them and asks her to grab a condom out of the drawer. And when she goes to, the box is empty, which is strange because they had opened a new box the last time they did anything. And it's not like he has a roommate or anything to borrow them. So she's like, what the fuck? And he tries to say he doesn't know, like he hasn't used any. And she says she wants to go home. And as she gets out of his car, she even sees a pink scrunchie on the floor that is definitely not hers. And she flings it at him, saying that they're done. Once inside, she throws her bag down and out tumbles the wrapped present that Logan gave her. And she ends up opening it, and it's a pack of tarot cards, but they're hand painted by Logan of designs that her dad drew. And they all like fit the specific cards that they belong to in the tarot deck, all 78 hand painted. It must have taken him months and months. And she just ends up texting him, asking if he wants to come over for ice cream.
It's so funny because, like, on the surface, from her point of view, everything is going so great. But then you understand that this is unhinged.
While they were last working through stuff in the attic, they had come across some pinup drawings that Clyde, Kelly's father, had drawn of Kelly's mother. And they both admired them quite a bit. And Logan had asked Kelly if she ever had anything done of herself like that. And she hadn't. And Logan made a comment that he would love to do that for her. And when they were having ice cream at her birthday, the conversation circled back around to that. And they made plans to do that. So he's going to take pictures of her so that he can use them to paint her. So they make plans for Sunday. So when she comes on Sunday, they have a drink to lighten the mood, and they get quite into it. She even makes a comment at some point, like, it's fine. She's like a sister to him. And he says that if he thought of her like a sister, they wouldn't be there right now. And she's shocked. And he's confused why she's surprised. And she says that he once said that when they were younger, and he used to call her Junior. And he said it didn't take him long to switch to calling her Chaos. And her
Mm-hmm.
mind is swimming. And she doesn't know if it's the alcohol or what, but they're making eyes at each other. And then he just kind of wraps it up and says, "Thank you. You did a fantastic job. They'll turn out great."
I,
And she says, "Anything for a friend." And just tries to walk away with her brain going 60,000 directions as she leaves. Like, he just needed her gone so he wouldn't fuck her, like,
yeah.
into the floor.
Into the floor. Through
Into
the
the floor.
floor, through the Earth's core, to the other side, bitch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The other side. It does not take long for the obvious to come to light that it was Logan who manipulated the entire Jason situation. Because Jason comes to the tattoo shop not too long later with a bouquet of flowers, and Logan steps in his path saying that Kelly isn't working right now, which is not true. And they duke it out a bit, and Jason accuses him of setting him up. And Logan basically confesses. And Jason tells him that he will tell Kelly the truth. And he's basically like, good luck with that. Besides, he's not going to do anything. Logan knows where he lives.
I just. Unhinged.
Yes. Jason lunges for Logan, and Logan decks him, and they start punching at each other. Well, Jason tries to get in a punch any chance he can, but mostly Logan is wailing at him. Casper and Thor and the other guys that work Casper and Thor, the other guys that work at the shop, have to break it up. And then Kelly sees them all and starts freaking out. Casper and Thor manage to throw Jason out, and when Logan doesn't really give Kelly much of an answer or an excuse, she huffs and goes back to her clients in the back of the shop. Kelly needs to let off a little steam and get a break. And normally Logan is the one she does that with, but she needs a break from Logan. So she enlists the receptionist of the tattoo shop, Frankie, to go out for drinks after work with her. So after all her clients, while she's waiting for Frankie to finish up, she opens her phone to do some mindless scrolling. She has a weird message in her Instagram DMs from someone called White Shirt Black Skirt 762 that says, "You will never replace me." It's obviously a new account, 0 followers, 0 following. White shirt, black skirt, Cadillac. Like, it just makes me like,
Yeah.
yeah, just like that. Kelly just blocks the account. But as she grabs her bag to head out the door, she sees her reflection in the glass, and that's what she's wearing. A white shirt, black skirt. And she's kind of like, what the fuck?
This week, a hot new bombshell enters the villa.
With Logan not giving her much of an answer, she's pretty frustrated with him. And they even text afterwards, and he still doesn't really give her much of an answer. So she doesn't really talk to him much for the next week. In reality, she's just really feeling a lot, and she needs to circle back to either stuffing all her feelings back down for him, or figure out if she's gaslit herself over the years and Logan does actually like her, or if she's tricking herself now and she just needs space from him.
Or a secret option, he's been gaslighting her this whole time.
Yeah. Hi, Angie.
Hi.
Nice of you to join us.
Nice
We
to
missed
be
your
here.
face.
Oh, I missed your faces. My God, she's a ginger. How times have changed.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about Of Ink and Alchemy.
Remember this one? Those lovable idiots.
Those
Lovable, toxic idiots.
conniving. Yeah, to the toxicity.
Logan doesn't know all of that. He just thinks that she's avoiding him. So Logan thinks that he just has to step things up a notch. So he drives like 3 states away to find a dog that resembles this dog from like her childhood that she was obsessed with. And now she's obsessed with any and all dogs. And he knows this. So he has to trigger this in her to get her to talk to him and be like around him. Because she's always like, ooh, puppy, when she sees a dog, you know.
I just, it's
And this thing
As
that
you
he
do
finds at
when
the
you see a
shelter,
dog. Yeah.
right, is fucking massive. It's like 150 pounds of shaggy wolf, basically.
yeah.
But he gets this thing and brings it back. And after pep talking it, because, you know, he has to get it to understand where he's coming from. Like, bro, I'm not going to abandon you. But then he abandons it. He leaves it tied to a
No, no, no,
pole
no. No,
outside
no,
the
no,
tattoo
no.
shop for her to find.
That's not what happens. He didn't abandon the dog. He forced the dog to be his wingman. That's a
Right.
different.
Well, that's why he had to pep talk the dog first.
Yeah. It was a
Yes, yes.
5-hour drive where they got
I
to
think
bond,
that
and
the
he's like, "You're my
funniest thing
wingman
was
now."
that the dog seemed like
He
he was
understood.
understanding
But he
everything
was
that the
He
like
was
women were
like,
also
saying.
like,
"It'd be like
bro,
that."
really?
He
Yeah.
was like
He was just
Loki.
in it for the cheeseburgers.
The dog was low key judging him from the passenger seat, and that's
Yeah,
okay
yeah,
because
yeah.
he still played ball, and that's fine. Get it?
All
Because
good.
it's a dog, so play. Anyway,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So she finds the dog, goes through all the motions, and then so she decides that she's going to try to adopt the dog, but then he's like, no, maybe he will. Because she's like, she was going to go see if it was microchipped, and he's like, no, 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 I'll go do that because you know I have a better fit for the dog because if she goes to see if it's microchipped in his name, duh, you motherfucking idiot.
also he wants to look like he's listening and taking her
And
things that she
look at
says to him.
his responsible dog dadness,
Yeah, and like
and then
she kept telling him he's really lonely,
and
so
it'll cause
you
her
know.
to go to him to see the dog.
Yeah, yeah. And like she's like, "You're really lonely, you need somebody." And he's like, "Look, I'm getting somebody. I listen."
They bicker back and forth about it, but he wins out, and brings he when he goes to the vet to check, but you know, he goes to get food and all that jazz and get food for her too. And when he comes back, he tells her she can name it, and she names it Odin. And
Because she goes, well, what did you want to name it? And what was the fucking original name of this goddamn dog?
the freaking dog meat.
Which, by the way, is from a video game, but it's still funny. And I was like, guy. Yeah.
So while he's gone on this adventure, Kelly pours all her woes about the week-long separation to Odin. And Logan, as he walks back in, hears a bit, catches her, and she's mortified to be caught. Calls him out on it, asking what he overheard, but he doesn't really say anything again. And she spazzes out, saying all he does is fucking stare. She talks and he stares. She's tired of the one having to always spill her guts when he doesn't. She tries to move away from him, and he grabs her hips, spins her, pushes her against the counter, and tells her that he likes her. Odin barks at him, but he tells Odin to sit, and he listens because, you know, he's been working with him. And she's impressed. Oh, look, he instantly listens to you.
You're a dog whisperer, girl.
You're such a good dog dad. The vibes must be immaculate if
Oh,
Odin approves, you
right?
know?
Dogs know people, right? Logan tells her that he has been her friend out of respect for Clyde, her father. But the things he want to do to her,
Are
that he
not friendly.
imagines doing to her, no, they're not respectful. They're not friendly. And before Clyde died, he made Logan promise to let her grow up before he made a move on her. Kelly asks, now what? And then they kiss. And she tells him that he needs to be unfriendly with her. And Logan does stop things from escalating further, though. And he
He's got to
says,
play the long game, okay?
right,
He can't just give in right away.
right. He says, right, he
Also,
needs
he's a
to
mastermind. He knows exactly when he wants to, screw his future wife.
mastermind.
Yeah,
Manipulative mastermind, okay? He's been planning
I
this for
would not go as
years.
far as to call him a
every mastermind
mastermind.
is manipulative.
Playing the
It's
long game,
just,
absolutely. Would not
it's
go
just,
as far as to call him a mastermind. And I'll get to that later.
oh, I firmly disagree, but
I
okay.
cannot wait to have this conversation.
Me too.
um, yeah, he wants to take his time with her. He needs to prove to her that he's the one so she can be all in. And they both know that this is not a one-time thing and it's not temporary. They flirt a bit.
Bitch, he knows it's not temporary for him. That's for damn sure.
They he's playing the long game. They flirt a bit in the shop the next day, and it's hard for Kelly to concentrate. She definitely wants them to do more than they're doing. She wants them to actually get together. But he wants them to bide their time. He says he's going to show her the difference between playmates and soulmates.
Listen, I can show you the world, shimmering pleasure.
And then he tells her that he needs her to come in on Monday because he's on her books. She's going to tattoo him.
Sir.
Also of note during this time, Kelly has also gotten other DMs from new accounts with the, shirt and pant and skirt combos of colors that she's wearing at the time. The, you won't replace me message. Just throwing that out there. Logan's whole entire body is practically covered in tattoos, except for one bicep, which is randomly completely bare. Kelly has no idea why this is the case, but it has been for as long as she's known him. And that is where he wants her to tattoo him. It's almost like he's been saving this spot for her.
Yeah.
Crickets. Crickets.
Yeah, like a
Almost.
mastermind. Like
He's
a
playing
manipulative
he's literally
mastermind.
playing
Yeah.
yeah. Telling
He
you.
wants her to tattoo a sketch of a photo of her that he gives her onto his bicep. She tries to refuse, but it's his tattoo and his arm that he wants. And it does come out really awesome, she has to admit. So, it is cool. It's not long before it's time for the convention. Kelly is extremely nervous. It doesn't help matters that Kelly, Thor, and Casper were supposed to be staying at the hotel while Logan was supposed to be staying at some condo that he owns nearby that he rents out during the rest of the year. And it's weird. They don't have a reservation for Kelly at the hotel.
What?
There
Oh
must
my
have been
gosh.
a glitch in the system.
Oh my
She
god, but
has to stay with Logan even though it's only a one-bedroom place. Weird. How did that happen?
So crazy.
I just can't believe it.
shock. What? There's only one bed? Oh no.
He does reduce her anxiety by convincing her to sit on his face for the evening, so there's that.
I mean, okay.
Hey, you get that oxytocin flowing, anything could happen.
The next day, they get their booths set up, and Kelly's very nervous. She's been to plenty of expos, but this is her first one as like a fully fledged tattoo artist. Before, she was just an assistant or an apprentice on her dad's team. And social media is hard enough being in her dad's shadow. This being out here at the expo is a big deal, especially having to do a key piece, which will be her first piece that she has a model for. And it's also a realism piece, which is not her specialty. So she's extra nervous. When things get going, she starts with her model. Thor Casper and Kelly have their chairs set up for this go around. Logan's running the booth, and Kelly overhears him answer a question about his favorite tattoo. His answer has always been the owl that her father custom designed for him, but she hears him show off the one she just did for him as his favorite.
I wonder why it's his favorite, huh? Why is it his favorite?
The person
Because
even
it was done
questions
for
it.
his future wife. Duh.
Because somebody read in a magazine about like Clyde doing that owl for him and everything, and he's like, "Yeah, I love the owl, but this one is my favorite. I just had it done. Isn't it the best? Wow, it even looks like her.
Oh
Imagine
my
that."
god. Weird.
The realism piece that Kelly does comes out really awesome, and she realizes that she doesn't care what the judges think. This was a big win for herself doing this. It was hard for her, but it came out really freaking amazing. At the end of the first day, the paperwork gets wrapped up and the model takes it to the judges anonymously so that all the tattoos can be checked out and judged without specifically knowing which artist did what. And Kelly ends up winning an honorable mention, which she's floored by, especially after seeing the ones that won. And the guys had to go on an errand, which Kelly was fine, as she was going to wrap up a couple things and then meet them for a drink across the street. But when she ran to the bathroom, she ran into a girl who told her that she didn't want to be rude, but does she know that there's some guy watching her across the room and staring her down? It was giving weird vibes. She described the guy, and it wasn't anybody that came to mind for Kelly that she thought she recognized. It wasn't any of her guys. And she had told Logan all about the messages that have continued to come every few days to her Instagram DMs and made him promise to wait until after the convention to look too deep. But the woman says that it's fine that the guys aren't with her. They're friends now. She's going to stay with her until she can meet back up with the guys. The errands that the guys had to do, oh, that was Logan, yet again, taking it to a whole nother level of playing the long game. Apparently, Montana, where the convention is, has proxy marriages, which is why Logan had bought a condo there a couple years ago and has now been a resident there long enough that he was able to do a little this and a little that to allow his errand to be securing a marriage by proxy to Kelly. Oh boy.
Yep, that's right.
Listen, we're just, we started small
So
and now we just
this
gotta
was
keep
the
going.
long game. He's been working on this 4 years,
Yeah.
Oh,
basically
you
since he
guys.
decided he wanted her.
So I read this back in February. Okay. Like, I finished this book on Valentine's Day. This is a bit of a spoiler, but just in case I'm not here for that part, I did give it 5 stars.
Nice. Nice.
So funny.
I do remember you enjoying it. And he goes to pick her up where she's having drinks with that girl at the bar and brings her back to the condo and finally has his way with her now that they're permanently together. Not that she knows that, but she's along for the sex ride. And they have a good weekend of tattooing for the convention and enjoying their evenings of sex all weekend long. Fabulous times had by all.
I just found a quote from this part of the book that I highlighted this. Um, he asked her, "Do you want this?" She studies me with eyes deep as an ocean. Of course I do. Her answer sends me over the edge. My wife just said I do on our wedding day. The context is relevant. I'm not about to get distracted by facts. Come on. You can't
Shh. Pish
you
pish.
can't not love it. Like,
Pish pish.
So funny.
he's one of the girls. He's the Lulu. We love that for him.
Who needs facts?
I do think that he would have been, and I'll kind of get to this later, but I do think he would have been better cast in the FMC role. Just,
Mm,
yeah, I'll get there, but his just whole self.
Equality, baby. Boys get to be the Lulu too.
Yes, but I'll get there. As they're packing up to go back and fly home at the end of the weekend, one of the guys finds a note taped to their things with the same message from Kelly's Instagram DMs. They're all confused, though. Logan doesn't want to tell Kelly about it and ruin her good mood, just like Kelly hasn't told Logan about the guy supposedly staring at her at the convention on the first day because she didn't want to worry him. Logan just says he'll look into it when he gets back. He's always just going to look into it.
I mean,
He,
I would trust him to look into anything at this point, I
except he's
guess.
not looking into anything. He's just weirdly playing this
That's
long game
just
and not looking
those are
any.
just details, okay? It's fine.
The,
And
the
you
thing
can't be meticulous
is,
about one thing and not anything else.
he thinks that there's no real threat because the threat
Right.
that he thinks it
He
Is
thinks
he's
he's
him.
like, there's no,
invincible.
He's the
Right.
threat.
He
no,
thinks he's
no,
invincible.
no. He thinks it's that the dad's old business partner that already cleaned him out. And it's like, no, I already took care of that guy. There's no way. He thinks
Right.
that the
He thinks
threat
he's
that is
invincible.
potentially it,
Right.
like, he thought he already dealt with it.
Yeah. He thinks he's fucking hot shit.
I mean,
Well,
he is.
Again, the Delulu, which we can allow for a certain level of Delulu. He's just teetering here. He's teetering.
Of course. He takes that morally gray line and jumps rope with it. It's great.
Because, like, right, he just assumes it's the ex-boyfriend being weird, but, it's fine.
The ex-boyfriend and the ex-business partner.
Yeah. They both have to come clean, though, when they get back to Logan's house after they land and relieve the dog sitter, which was Logan's sister-in-law, because Kelly went to go take Odin for a walk, but needed the keys to get back in, and they weren't in the regular spot, so she had to grab them out of Logan's pants that were on the floor while he was in the shower, and the piece of paper with the note were in. So she saw it, and they had to talk about it, and they both had to share information. Kelly's worried and wonders if they need to call the police, but Logan assures her he can handle it.
sure. Sure, Jen.
Really, buddy? Yeah, that. Logan is low-key worried it's not her ex, that it's some guy named Billy because he sent a letter to the tattoo shop in Kelly's name. Yes, Billy used to work at the shop and was basically like business power of attorney. He was their like lawyer for the Black Rabbit tattoo shop. While Clyde was on his deathbed and everyone was worried about Clyde, Billy was busy running the place into the ground and cutting deals to sell the Black Rabbit off to the highest bidder. Black Rabbit was supposed to go to Kelly, but the paperwork to prove it was never found. It was not actually left to Logan. It was supposed to be left to Kelly. But Logan ended up using his entire trust fund that was left to him to buy the scraps that were left of the shop from this guy, and he built it back up to fix it on the down low behind the scenes so that Kelly wouldn't know and just said that it was left to him. But now he's worried that Billy is back to stir up trouble because the business is doing really well now. But it was difficult in the beginning. Not only was it hard to keep it afloat when it was on its last leg, but there was no Clyde. He was the main
Yeah.
draw to keep everyone coming in. They've all worked really hard to build it back into something bigger, and it's worth now more. So maybe he's back to blackmail for more money. And then things take it up a notch even more when there's a flower delivery to the shop in Kelly's name that says, "Congratulations to the newlyweds, till death do you part."
Oop.
And she just thinks it's an accidental delivery. Wrong person, you know?
Because she doesn't know they're newlyweds.
Right. But
Who's the
Logan gets
newlyweds?
really weird,
There could be a million Kellys in the world.
right? Kelly, Logan's really weird about it. Tries to get it fixed at the shop, and she doesn't understand what the big deal is. It's not that serious. It's not like it was for her. The boys end up calling the shop and schmooze it over and find out that it was Jason's name on the order. Logan wants Casper and Thor to install cameras at Kelly's house for safety. Things escalate even more when Kelly gets a large envelope in the mail containing intimate photos of the two of them snapped from what seems to be right outside a window of Logan's, multiple stories high up, seemingly shot from a drone. Everyone was becoming a little too paranoid, and when Kelly found the sensor inside her house that alerted Logan every time she went into the attic, he had to come clean. He read her in on everything. Billy didn't just retire, he was embezzling money the whole time, like how he never even filed the legal paperwork he was supposed to move the
move the company into Kelly's name upon Clyde's death, and how when it was worth almost nothing, Logan ended up offering him more money than Billy was able to refuse for it. He didn't put it into her name because he wanted to make sure the shop wouldn't go under and put that on her, and she wasn't licensed at the time, so he changed the story that was left to him. And he knew he would eventually transfer ownership to Kelly when she was ready, and the black market was in a good place financially. He didn't want to put this on her when she was already drowning back then with all the grief. Kelly's frustrated that Logan didn't tell her all this sooner, and he argues he was just trying to protect her. She asks what else does she not know, and he decides,
You know what? Now is not the time to start lying to my wife.
well, he goes through some scenarios in his head, and he chooses which level of lying is probably the best one. He decides to go somewhere in the middle and kind of give her a little nugget to, satisfy her and not dig himself a giant hole right off the bat. And he confesses that Odin wasn't a stray. He adopted him from a shelter and made him look like that for her. And she asks, is she really the owner of Black Rabbit now, the way her dad wanted? And he says, well, technically, they
What's
both
yours
own
is
it.
mine, baby.
She says, show her the paperwork then. And he says, no.
You don't want to see that.
No, because he would have to confess to the marriage. No, no.
We can't do that yet.
No. So she says she needs a break. It's too much for her. No.
No.
And he's like, we're not taking a break.
Yeah. They're not done yet. She says she has no idea who he is right now. The man she knows doesn't keep secrets. So then he decides to rip the Band-Aid off.
Yep.
And says
He's like, you know
does.
what? You're right.
No. She does know who he is. He's her husband.
You want to see that paperwork? Let me show you our marriage certificate, baby.
She's oddly calm, but confused as he explains
She's
the
calmer
proxy
than I would be.
marriage and how it's
She's
legal in
like-
Montana. And then she flips out, saying they haven't even talked about marriage. He tries to argue now they don't have to. That she could thank him, He did all this work. He did the legwork here.
You know what? Thank you, baby. Marriage is stressful. Oh, what a weight off my shoulders.
Like, she's always been him. She's always been his. He filed the paperwork to make it legal.
He just took that stress off her plate. It's okay.
She tells him to get the fuck out of her house.
He says, baby, it's our house.
Yeah, no. He's her husband. He lives here too.
Baby, we have residences in multiple states. We are a thriving married young couple.
She says she could report him. She didn't sign any papers agreeing to this. Then he's even more manipulative, saying, does she really want to send Thor back to prison? She's confused.
Yeah.
He said Thor was the proxy.
Yep.
Yeah,
And we
it's
don't want to
girl.
send Thor back to jail. We love Thor.
Yeah.
Would she really put Thor at risk like that?
God.
She's so mad. She big fat mad.
You know that mad where words are not even an option? You're just kind
No.
of like,
She's so
Just
mad.
kinda like
she
sitting
just
like
starts
vibes.
to cry. She's so mad.
I've been that kind of
Been
mad
there.
before. The crying
there.
mad.
So then
it's
he
the- it's
tries
the
to appease
impotence
her.
of not being able to stab
Mhm.
somebody that really brings tears to
And
one's
he's like,
eyes.
he'll give her the wedding she wants.
Sir.
I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it. No, just stop. Just no.
This is all of
Um,
Ariel's nightmares rolled into one. Starting with a man.
thinking he's solving problems and only creating more.
Cat and heat, baby.
Getting her a dog.
God.
Existing, breathing in her presence. Unless he's tall,
Shut up!
dark
Shut
skin
up!
with tattoos.
Shut
And
up!
she'll act like a cat.
Oh.
I didn't even mean to do that. That was my computer acting against you.
I fear we might be here a while.
Just know that the phone call that I had with her at 7:45 in the morning included the phrase, "I would lay on my back like a cat in heat."
I said lay down because I don't think cats lay on their back when they're in heat.
Whatever.
Because I would definitely be on all fours, but I digress.
That is one of my favorite positions. Yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
baby.
Okay, fair point.
Mhm.
Same.
Oh
Glad
my
we all
God.
agree.
Hey, sisters. We're gonna have so much fun at camp.
Love it so much.
Oh my God. Anyway, sorry.
Um,
I'm sorry that I took it there, but not
You should
sorry.
talk
Back to the
anyways.
plot.
and fuck the plot.
Where did the plot go?
So she's mad.
Yeah.
She starts crying.
She just ends up blurting out that he's never even told her that he loves her. And not to dare say it now.
Because it would be weird if you said it now after she said you never said it. She's got a valid point.
And then
Yeah.
this fucking stupid ass fucking idiot is the dumbest. He just keeps digging himself deeper, dumber than fucking rocks. I think that's my problem with him. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. Like,
When I
he
said
does
lovable,
so many
toxic, yeah.
great things that like I love to love, but he's also dumber than fucking rocks. I think that's my big problem about him. He's just dumber than rocks.
When I said lovable, toxic, wonderful idiot,
He's
I
not
meant
quite
that.
like
He's
himbo
a
level
box of
yet, but he's
rocks.
getting there.
He's
No,
seriously
yeah.
like a box of rocks.
He's emotionally
He's like
immature
a
with a
hot box of
Yeah.
rocks.
yeah,
In the sun,
With ta-
baked in the
with-
sun.
with tattoos,
With tattoos.
and probably smells divine.
Mm.
Anyway, how you like me now?
We all collectively just like crashed out for a second there. It's okay.
Anyways, he then basically says that he loves seeing her all fired up, and
I bet he
Rage
does.
looks good on her, and it's so cute that they're having their first fight. She should go take a shower. He'll order pizza. She'll feel better after she eats.
You're not you when
Aw.
you're hungry.
Have a Snickers bar. This episode has not been sponsored by Snickers.
But
This
if
episode
Snickers
is
wants
not
to
sponsored by
contact us.
literally anything.
No. It's sponsored by dreams that are
Hopes
Shattered.
and
a little,
dreams.
yeah, a
And
little
cats
bit
and heat.
alive. Yeah. Oh,
She stomps away angrily, saying that she's going to bankrupt him with the diamond that he's going to put on her finger, and that he's
Good,
sleeping
as
on the
she
couch.
should. Yes, queen.
I want a rock so big that a ring pop looks small.
Later, when he tries to come up to bed, she's still very angry, and she ends up using him to make a point, telling him to pick a safe word, and that he does not get to speak, he does not get to come, that she is going to use him. He took away her voice, he took away her choice, he took away her agency, he didn't trust her, he was scared that she wouldn't choose him back or couldn't handle it, and he thought marrying her would grant him some kind of ownership, but instead she's taking the reins. It's going to be the other way around, which would have been great, honestly. I think they should have ended that scene there and then him apologizing, but then he takes back control of the situation and freaking collars her neck. And honestly, love that outside, but not in this fucking moment. He's a fucking idiot asshole. He should have just
he's a
confessed
hot,
his
dumb
love to her,
bag of rocks.
apologized, and blah, blah, blah. But that's why it
Blah,
didn't
blah,
end
blah.
well, boys and girls. Because he's a
No.
dumbass. He's a man.
Yes. Well, you also have to realize we're not at the end of the book yet.
I
He
know.
can't, well, he can't, he has to go through the learning curve, and you can't go through the learning
I
curve
don't.
without falling off the
I
bike
am
and
way
onto
too
your face.
fucking old to teach a man to go through a learning curve.
No, no, no. I'm not saying you teach him. I'm saying we have to go watch Logan fall off the bike and onto his face because we're not at the end yet. And
I
this is
need.
him
Can I find a
falling off
man
the
at the
bike and
end of
onto
his
his
book?
face. That would be so great.
Yeah, I ain't got no
But
time
then
for
that
that.
would be really boring.
Not for me. I like boring.
Well, I mean, it's
Hot
okay
and
to like
boring.
boring,
Give me the
but it
epilogue.
would, yeah. I mean, yeah.
She doesn't like the journey. She likes the destination. Okay.
Don't we
Let
all?
her let her cross that finish line many times, okay? She deserves it.
With
Don't
someone
we
else
all?
besides me.
Oh yeah.
Ahem. Anywho, Kelly's still not talking to him much when they go to work the next day, but he does fish out the letter from her father from the big box marked for her when she's engaged and gives it to her. And then a few hours later, he calls her into the office and hands her the box with the ring and says it's not an apology.
Bitch good.
Well, he's not apologizing.
Well,
He said, I'm not sorry for marrying you.
Right. He did marry her without permission. He thought he was fixing something, but instead he broke something. He didn't stop to think he was taking a choice away from her. Taking the ring does not mean he did. Oh,
he was thinking with the wrong head.
yeah. Taking the ring does not mean that she forgives him, but it does allow her to choose the future he forced her into. She takes the box but doesn't put it on right away and says that it isn't a yes right now. And
Take the box
he
and huck it at
says
his
he
face.
understands and she walks out. Casper also gets back to Logan finally on information about Billy. He's been in hospice, so he's not the guy. And Jason does have a drone, but does not match the description of the guy at the expo that the girl gave.
Yeah.
But Casper does make a comment on the ring that is on her finger now. That girl from the expo that originally gave the description has already been by to see Kelly once already. Apparently, her job has her traveling a lot, and she promised to let Kelly know when she was in Kelly's area. And I just get a weird vibe from her, and I think she's fishy AF and has been from the start. So she probably gave the wrong description on purpose. I don't know. I'm just talking about this in real time, so we'll see if I'm an idiot at the end. She sees that Kelly has put the ring on her finger and she wants to go out for drinks. So Kelly texts Logan, who's still going over stuff with Casper, to give him a heads up. And I feel like Rosa, the girl from the expo, slips up because when Kelly is telling her all about the proxy marriage thing, she is surprised that Kelly knows. And Rosa asks Kelly for her phone and then shows Kelly that Logan's been tracking her and turns it off. Kelly says Logan's just protective. It's fine, but Rosa tries to convince Kelly that she needs to dump him and get a divorce right away. And then Kelly realizes that they're not heading towards the bar. They're actually getting near Logan's house. And even though Rosa had originally said that she was at a hotel, and now she's saying that she's staying at an Airbnb, that that's where they're going to go have drinks. They get settled with their drinks.
Little red flags and stuff going off right there.
Mm-hmm. And Rosa's making up a little cheese platter. Though, unsurprisingly, Kelly's drink tastes a little odd. And she's looking at her phone and realizes that the little airplane signal is on, and that's weird. So she switches it out of airplane mode, and tons of missed calls and messages start coming through because Logan saw her text how she was going out and tried to respond, but couldn't get a hold of her. And then saw that her location was turned off and was like, what the fuck?
This is
She's
when you
like,
great you have a concerned crazy man.
right? I mean, I understand this.
This would be
I also do these
Ariel.
things. So Listen.
Who needs a crazy stalker man when I have my own best friend?
Me.
Oh, how the turntables.
I have two of them.
Sure do.
Oh, let me make sure everyone's home and where they're supposed to be. TTTTD. Oh, why is no one answering? Oh, yeah. Oh, Angie's at work. That's why she has never phone. Hold on.
Oh, and then there's me, and I'm like, see Ariel's home. Hey, so did you forget something today?
Yep, I did. I don't know what I did, but yep, I did.
Or not when she's not home. And I'd be like, so when you gonna be home, Ariel? Think you forgot something.
Yeah.
We are the toxic
What?
ones.
Not. No. I choose no.
No, yeah, I also choose no, because when you're the preyed upon gender in this world, this is just
That's
pack
true.
mentality. This is
Yeah.
survival.
And I do want to say, so another one of my friends was like aghast that we were all like talking and she realized that we could see each other's locations and she was like so like about that, like so weird. And then at one point we needed to share the location for like a day or something so that like we could see something for something. And then she's like, I'll just leave it on. And I was like, girl. And now she uses it way more than me.
Here's the thing. You have to
She
check on your
uses it
Sims
way more
family
than
every
me.
day. You have to check
And
on
she's
your
like,
Sims.
oh yeah, I saw where you were. We're all good. I'm like, girl, you were
Angie.
the one that was so weirded out about it.
Why
But
are you
yes.
calling us Sims? I'm
But I
done.
mean, it
No,
kind
but
of
like,
really.
yeah, because
But really.
honestly, what am I doing what am I
I
doing
do
when
wish
Crystal's
we
not
could do
watching?
more.
Reading.
I do wish we could do more in the app though, like give each other treats or something.
So much
That's
So,
what
design and
which
that's
is
what
chat.
why
iMessage
I
is
do
for.
like the Finch, and I do like,
Mm.
oh, let me send Angie some shoes or something. Like, I do like that. If
Yes.
Finch had location services, I'd probably only be on that. There we go. Anyways.
There was this app. I don't remember what it was called. I'd have to look it up again. But you can send like letters as text messages, and they take the exact amount of time that a snail mail, like if you want to send it by pigeon, it
Oh.
will send it by
Oh, I
pigeon
did
through
see
the
that, I
app.
think.
You can send it through different things, and
And
it
you
will
can
take
choose
that
different animals.
long
Yeah, yeah.
to get to the person, like
Yeah.
in real time. It's great. The
Interesting.
kitten is chewing my
But it's
slippers
still a
right now.
digital form, right?
Hmm.
No, see,
Yeah.
I feel like
But
I
it
would
shows
have
you
to
it
have,
shows you a tracking of how many days it has left till it gets to the person.
yeah, but like stuff like that would be cool if someone planned like a birthday week extravaganza and then you
Mm.
have certain messages like pre like set
Precinct.
to
Yeah,
deliver
yeah.
on
Mm-hmm.
each one of those days and you have like
Yeah.
little treats like but even then I feel like if I'm waiting for something for like 7 days and I don't know, this might be the instant
I think I'd get
gratification girly
bored,
in me.
honestly.
I'd want something mailed to my house, even if it's a sticker.
Mm.
But I think personally, I'd get bored and I'd be like, meh, I forgot about it.
Remember that text you sent me telling me these really big bomb piece of news?
It took too
No,
long, so I
I
forgot.
don't.
Right.
Yeah, no,
It
I
took
actually
too
don't.
long.
Which one?
I'm not gonna lie, and this makes me a horrible person, but sometimes people will send me TikToks, and I'm sure they're great because somebody thought to send it to me. So I'm probably sure it gets to the point and it's great eventually. But if the TikTok takes too long to get to the point, I can't do it and I have to scroll.
I swipe a lot.
But like, I try so hard to stick it out on the ones people send to me because I'm like, they must have been for a reason. I'm gonna stick it out and I'm gonna force myself. But like,
I
I
do
just
try
tends
really
to
hard
it.
not to send those to you.
I just tends
Right.
to it.
I just meant in general. Right.
Yeah.
But I meant in general, like for when people send it to me, I try really hard because like somebody sent it to me. So there has to be a point where like I'm going to care in theory.
Mm.
Yeah.
but sometimes I can't find the will.
Logan cares. Logan
Yes.
cares maybe too
Yes.
much.
Which is why he called so much. And so she's all like, I'm gonna just check in with him real quick, let him know the change of plans. And Rosa, who's cutting up the cheese plate, whips around with a knife and is like, do not call him. He can handle an hour. He needs to work on self-control. Kelly,
Bitch,
who's
you need to work on self-control with that knife.
an indomitable spirit.
Girl.
She's an escapee from like a mental hospital. Let's give her a break, okay? All she knows is scrubby stock vacations, and she finally has access to a cheese plate and wine and a little
And a
bit of
knife.
poison
Bring
for the
me
wine and
back
the
to that because I have
roofies.
things to say about that, honestly. Bring me back to that. He's controlling Kelly and like Kelly who's trying to like
Trying to make her peace with her environment, really.
yeah, because
She's trying to like be like,
something
you know
is
what?
wrong. Um, and she is slowly trying to like move closer to the door.
Extricate
Um,
herself from the situation.
yeah. And she sees the suitcases near the island where Rosa is working in the kitchen, which makes sense because, she's just temporarily staying at this B&B, Airbnb, and she looks at the tags on the suitcase, but they don't make any sense. The dates are still from the conference, and that was a while ago now. And if this is the second visit back to this area for this woman, and Rose's name is not on the tags. It's Piper. And the only Piper that Kelly knows of, well, not really knows of, but was told about, is an old ex-girlfriend, well, actually, almost ex-fiance of Logan's, while Kelly was away at college. This girl was so obsessed with Logan, like ridiculously obsessed, psychotically obsessed.
He makes Logan look innocent.
Yeah, she
Little baby
murdered
angel.
her dog to get attention from Logan. And when that didn't get enough attention, she tried to murder Clyde because Logan was spending too much time with Kelly's father. Thankfully, they caught her and that didn't happen. And Logan broke things off because, things were getting weird anyways. And then her family admitted her to a psych ward. But then Logan was informed that Piper had committed suicide. That was like 3 years ago. Like he still felt awful about the whole ordeal, but like that's all she knew from a Piper. Like what?
Ancient history, and the ancient history is supposed to be
Dead.
dead. So what
Dead,
gives?
dead, dead. Yeah.
That
Bitch,
tea's
don't
too
let
good.
if
He's
any
not
of my
dead no
exes
more.
died, don't let any of those motherfuckers come back from the grave.
Said you didn't deserve to be in
Unfortunately,
the
mine
first
are all
round,
alive.
much less the second one.
Unfortunately, all mine are alive as well.
Yeah.
I
Well,
only have
that's
one
really
notable ex to
unsatisfying.
speak of, and we like broke it up in friendly-ish terms.
Here's the thing. Thankfully, I personally don't know where mostly all of my ex-boyfriends are. We know where Ariel's is. He's safely contained.
Oh yeah, that one.
Mm.
Yeah, that one's in a box. That one's in a box.
Of
He's
course, in a
safely in a cage.
metaphorical and very real sense.
I mean, under the ground. I mean, no. Just kidding. Just kidding. I didn't put him there.
It's a joke.
Just
It's
He
a
kidding.
put
latch
himself
container
there.
for sure. Mhm.
He gets 3 meals a day. He's safely contained behind some bars. It's okay.
Confined.
Contained. Bitch is crazy. Bitches be crazy sometimes.
They be crazy. Kelly comes to a realization that her stalker is none other than Logan's obsessed ex-girlfriend.
Back from the dead.
Back from the dead. Yeah.
And now she's been roofied by this chick.
Yeah. Kelly gets up and goes towards the door saying she needs fresh air. The wine is hitting her hard. In truth, whatever was placed in her glass is hitting her hard. And Rosa says to, no, no, just sit. Of course she can video call Logan, so she can see the whole
Girl.
thing. He's been trying to get a hold of her. It's okay. Like, make it so he's okay. Like, Logan's distraught. Like, and the drugs are kicking in fast. So she's definitely slurring and trying to assure him that she's fine and trying to have a mundane conversation in front of Rosa about what they're going to have for dinner. But she's also trying to sign to him because Logan's mom was deaf. So Logan knows sign language, and they have a lot of customers at their shop that need to sign as well. And that's like something they specialize in. So he has taught Kelly how to sign as well. And so that's something they do a lot back and forth.
Which is
And
honestly kind of cute because
I love that.
you hear about couples that like speak their own language. No, these motherfuckers speak their own
I know,
language.
I do love that.
From across the room, they're like, I don't know
Yeah.
sign language, but it's just fucking cute.
You're so
But I
funny.
know, thank you, spoon, and oh, I have a name sign because I was in ASL club when I was in high school. It's
Very
an
cool.
A with
Yeah.
like curly hair. So
Nice.
Angie.
Aw. I love that.
Facts with Angie.
Well, what she was signing to him was help, because she needed help. And so that one's an important one to know.
Help,
Help, help, help,
help.
help. So she's just trying to just talk him through on like where she thinks she's located and the different like things and trying to mush through her brain. But Rosa catches her trying to sign out Piper and she only gets Pipe and they're not connecting. They haven't seen this woman. They're just like, "What, Pipe? There's a pipe nearby." Like they're trying to like, and Piper,
They're like, oh my god, they've got a weapon.
right. Piper sweeps the counter that the phone is on and screams and shuts the whole thing down. She asks if Kelly thinks she's stupid. Of course, she knows sign language. Like, she was with Logan too. Blah, 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 blah. Kelly is fading fast and she's grasping for things and she ends up cutting her hand bad on a vase that was on the counter and she manages to rip one of the luggage tags off the suitcase. She's not seeing much at this point. She's on the floor. She just sees blood pooling and then she ends up feeling something smash the back of her head. Logan and the boys end up finding the location, but it's empty. All they find is a cell phone, a pile of blood, a, a, a cell phone, a puddle of blood, and a ticket tag.
I was gonna say a
Lots of
pile
blood.
of blood. Ooh.
That should be on a t-shirt.
A pile of blood. Look at my pile of blood. Sorry. All they find is a cell phone, a pool of blood, and a ticket tag for the luggage that has Piper's name on it. And the cell phone has a picture, an old picture of Piper and Logan. And he realizes that the messages of not replacing were not replacing her. He hasn't seen her in years. He didn't even know she was alive. He thought she was dead. He was told she was dead, which brings a lot of
There,
questions to me. Not gonna lie.
the woman faked her own death and had a newspaper like obituary article or some shit. It was crazy.
Yeah, but like, how? I want to know
She's
how.
psychotic. She's
But like,
psychotic.
she was in
Where
an
there
institution.
where
How
there is
did
a
she?
crazy will,
But
there is a
how? Like,
crazy
she
way.
was literally in an institution. How did she fake a death in an institution and get away with it with no one knowing? Yes, ma'am.
Hi. Yeah.
For the plot.
But there was not even anything afterwards. Like, her family didn't know. Like, did he tell her family afterwards? Like, how did this all unfold? Like, I have
Where
so
there
many
is a
questions. How
crazy
was she
will,
able to
there is a
afford
crazy
anything after?
way.
Somebody must have been helping her because she was able to bankroll this whole fucking thing.
Where there is a crazy will, there is a
I have a
crazy
crazy
way.
will and I'm still fucking broke and can't afford to fucking fund my life.
Ah, but you've got a thing called a moral compass.
Do I?
And
This
you have
girl's
not
moral
taken a grippy
compass.
sock vacation.
This girl's moral
Sounds good,
compass points towards Logan's. Okay, that's her north.
I mean,
Where there's a crazy will, there is a crazy way.
I wish I had just even a little bit of that crazy will and crazy way. I don't know.
I wish I had a little bit less of, a moral compass because I definitely have the crazy will. I'm bound by my stupid morals.
Ugh, dumb morals. Those suck.
Dumb fucking morals. I could be so rich right now.
And because he
Right?
hasn't seen her or know
You guys have
anything
seen my
about
butt.
her anymore, Logan has no idea where Piper would go. Like, where would he take Kelly? But then he hears the ding on his phone indicating the attic sensor was triggered.
Hell yeah. Points to our
Being a crazy man
sucker.
helps.
Mm-hmm.
Piper dragged Kelly into her house, Kelly's house. And Kelly tried her best to act worse than she actually was. She's not doing great, but she's trying to act worse than she is, purposefully bumping into things, like triggering the attic stairs, which caused the sensor that she now knows about. But Piper's having a hard time lugging her around. And Piper gets frustrated and ends up screaming at her and taking a knife out and having to like fight her quite a bit to get her to move. And she gets her retied and where she wants and whatnot. And she tries to take Kelly's ring, and Kelly doesn't like that, but she manages to get it off with all the blood everywhere and whatnot. And Piper gets out a gas can that's apparently her plan for all this. And Kelly tries to talk her down, like she's going to get caught. This is not going to end well. Piper seems to think that she has a right to Logan. She loved him first. He'll forget about Kelly. Kelly
Ah,
laughs. She's not like Piper. Kelly's face is tattooed on Logan's body. He won't forget her.
he will
Piper
never get rid of her.
loses her mind, spreading the gas all around the room till the fumes are too much.
I do
She even
feel like
pours it.
baiting the crazy person was not a great idea.
Yeah, because she even pours it all over Kelly's body and into her mouth.
Yeah, like I said, lovable, crazy, toxic idiots.
Yeah.
Because what are you doing antagonizing the woman holding a gasoline
I mean,
can
she's trying to make her
to
do
the
other
last
things
remainders
before
of your
striking
house?
a match. She is trying to prolong the match striking.
Well, yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking about setting fires now. Anyway.
um,
Are you thinking about setting fire to the rain?
No.
finally, the door busts open with Logan, and the boys and Piper gets slammed into a wall, and Logan scoops Kelly up. Kelly yells to grab her ring from Piper. They try to say it's not a big deal, but she wants it. But he does go and get it. And on their way out the door, Piper reaches up and rips a shoddy electrical cord from the outlet, causing her wiring to create a spark. Now, her whole house, she's been complaining this whole book about the wiring. Like she'll plug something in and then all the power goes in her house. So she's got
It's
extension cords and shit everywhere. It's not great.
it's faulty wiring. It's an old place.
Yes. And so she knows yanking this extension cord, there's going to be a spark. And there is. Logan runs Kelly to her neighbor's house. He's this sweet old man named Herb that she has monthly dinners with, that he was a friend of the dad's, and they catch up over their monthly dinners, and it's sweet. But Logan runs her straight to his shower to try to rinse her off while Herb watches the flames from the window and slowly bumbles around his house trying to find his phone to call 911 because, gotta let it burn a little. You should let it burn.
Gotta let it burn.
Because the lady's still in there. But Logan didn't realize Kelly had had bad knife wounds from Piper having a fit before the gasoline. But as he's trying to wash the gasoline off, he sees them. So then he actually does call 911 himself for Kelly. And he just holds her and tells her he tripped over the extension cord, to remember that. After hours in the hospital and being interrogated by the authorities, they make it home and crash. 2 days later, they still haven't left the house except to take Odin out, and it has taken this long to have the gasoline smell stop being so pungent. They've rescheduled appointments at the Black Rabbit, shutting down the shop temporarily for the next 10 days due to a burst water pipe. They're telling people. Logan has been beating himself up about everything, but Kelly just misses Logan and doesn't like the distance. She forces him to hear her when she tells him it's not his fault, that he saved her, and he tells her he loves her. And they go at it like rabbits. And then we fast forward two
Nice.
months later, and the investigation has been finally closed. They had gotten a hold of Piper's laptop, and the obsession ran deep. She had access to Logan's email and calendar and had been stalking him for a very long time. She was the one who hired Jason and also made the flowers trace back to him to fuck with Logan. Logan had assured Kelly that Jason was no longer a problem. She didn't want to know. Luckily, they made quite a bit of a dent in the attic, and most of her dad's art had been brought to the tattoo shop, and Logan had taken pictures of almost everything when he was making the tarot cards, so there are at least records of everything else. The only things that were able to be salvaged were a few photos and sketchbooks and art that were in lock boxes, but everything else was lost in the fire. But Kelly realized that it actually felt cleansing. And then we have an epilogue that's read in Casper's point of view, which is the wedding. They read out Clyde's letter for Kelly on her wedding day, and it is for Kelly and Logan. And that's the book. Now,
Yes.
I do want to say and point out that I did have a couple of things that bothered me where there was weird little formatting issues with the book that bothered me that I wish that had just had one more like run through where
Hmm.
they'd be in the middle of talking and then it would randomly go down to the next paragraph and then like even indent in and whatnot. And also like two different people talking would be in the same paragraph.
Yeah.
And so it would be like confusing. And so I wish it had like one more edit run through on formatting
Hmm.
because that was frustrating.
Yeah. I think I made my phone into an audiobook for this one for the most part.
Yeah, that would probably make more sense. But other than the formatting, like it wasn't like issues in the book itself. I
Mhm.
do wish I had more of information, I guess I would say, on Piper, like
Yeah.
how she got to this place or what, like
How she was
him.
able to do what she was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And I get it. She's psychotic, but like how did you accomplish that? I guess I just have questions. It is very obvious in the book that it is connected to a hockey series and you're
The
kind of
yes.
expected to know who the characters
Yeah.
are.
I
So that
didn't I
kind of
didn't find
bums
it
me out a little bit. It's okay. You didn't have to know. It read fine, like you didn't have to know. It just made me feel like I was missing out because I didn't know. It didn't make me feel like I had to. It made me feel like, oh, I wish I had known because I would have rather read the other parts first
Mhm.
so that I could get the fullest out of this since they're making so many obvious cameos.
Yes. On the other hand, as someone who read all those books and then waited a really long time and then read this book, I barely remembered any of the characters anyway. I just had like a vague recollection. And even then, I was like, I have no idea where this is in their timeline. So
Gotcha.
basically, it's like,
It
oh,
just kind of have
yeah.
like a cameo in it versus like actually being
And
like
that's fine.
intertwined with
It
each
just
other.
it felt so like cameo that I'm like, oh, I wish I could appreciate this more. Like
Yeah.
versus like just being characters in the book that just happen to be also
Yeah.
like nice. I like it more
Mhm.
when it's like cameos that aren't obvious, if that makes sense.
So they're just
They're
like a
Um,
just nice
name
side.
in the book, but you have no idea that they're from a different book.
right. Or like right,
Yeah,
it's not
like
an
they just show up as,
obvious.
oh, that's a
Yeah.
nice side character. And then somebody goes,
Right.
well, oh, actually,
Like
they're
so it's
from
so
another
it's
Yeah.
book.
so
Yeah.
it's so it's cute for the people who know, but it's not obvious that you're missing out on something for
For the
somebody
people who don't. Oh, got you.
exactly.
That
That's
makes
that's what
sense.
I like. So it just made me feel like, oh crap, well, I guess I should have read the other book first, you know?
I
But
mean, I did tell you to read all those books ages
yeah,
ago,
yeah,
so that's
yeah,
really on
yeah.
you.
It is on me, as usual. No, so yeah, for the most part, I was here for that. I will say we kind of talked about it a little bit. My problem with Logan was he was always thinking about the long game. So for me, he was so, I'm going to be 10 steps ahead to be so fucking dumb all the time. How do you not
Mm.
realize someone is like
Tunnel vision.
stalking you all the time? How do you not realize someone is
Literally tunnel
literally
vision.
because he's got the tunnel vision focusing
right?
on this one thing, so he's
And
not noticing
my
everything
problem
else
is like
around him.
he was obsessed with her so much and fixing the problem for her, like someone is coming after her wasn't his top priority. You know what I mean? Like, and I get the dumb.
I
He
think,
he was overconfident and dumb. I get
yeah,
it.
he
That
was
was
a,
his character, but he
yeah.
still it
No, I
it
think it was the
irritated the fuck out
overconfidence.
of me because I was like, oh, I loved the toxic fucking nut job in him. I just wish that he wasn't so
Dumb.
stupid.
So dumb. Yeah.
Fucking stupid. Because then he would do the stupid man shit. And I was like, bro, I mean, he was on brand. So, I mean, I can't get
Yeah.
mad at the character because he was on brand,
He was
like
very on
for who he
brand.
was. But it
Mhm.
still makes me frustrated with him as a character.
Yeah.
Also, and this isn't something that I understood until recently because my therapist was like, hmm. She said some shit that made sense. And I was like, all right, Nicole, you didn't have to pop off like that or whatever. Um, if you're reading this or listening to this, hi, Nicole. She said that when you're thinking, because she says part of my problem is that with my anxiety, I think 5 steps ahead and I think of all the possible branches
Yep.
of those 5 steps. And that can completely derail where the thing is actually supposed to go because it's going to go the way it's going to go. But I am already trying to predict. And I'm like, you know what? But I have pattern recognition. So sometimes that shit helps. And she's like, yeah, but that how much of your time are you spending doing all that? And I'm like, that's irrelevant.
You can't stop
any
it.
any any hoozles.
Who can
Um,
stop that shit? Miracle workers?
When you work on
I
yourself, you can probably stop that shit. We're not therapized
listen.
enough.
The point is,
Listen, we'll follow back in a
I
second and I'm
can
going to tell you what
also
my
be
therapist
super super
enlightened me this
dumb,
week.
super dumb, and super mature. I can be about a lot of things that are like right in front of my face because I'm so busy thinking 5 steps ahead. So
Yeah.
that
So
really
you
spoke to that part of
resonated
me.
with
Yeah,
that.
that really
Okay.
spoke to that part of me because it's not just that he was a dumb, delicious man. Like
He's too
he
focused on
was,
the steps and he's not focusing on
he's
anything
like,
else.
you got to stay focused. And he was like, I
See,
promised
my
your
brain
dad
is
that I
too
would
busy
wait.
trying to
So
pull in everything.
We
yeah,
know.
so he's like, I promised her dad that I would wait, and while I am waiting, I need to stay
It's
focused,
exhausting.
okay? I cannot fuck up like I did with Piper. That I I cannot fumble this, okay? I need to
Hmm.
stay focused. So
I
yeah,
do think it was
he
so
made some
sweet that
grave
the dad just
errors.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
knew everything.
He's like,
Yeah.
listen, I know who you are. I fucking
Yeah,
know.
mine basically told me that I was conditioned, short version. Mine basically told me that I was conditioned my whole life to not show or have feelings, so I need to learn how to have some.
Yeah, it's just terrible, isn't it?
More on that later.
Yeah, who was your favorite character?
Odin.
I was gonna say the dog.
Yeah, yeah, and Clyde and all his letters.
I
Oh
also
yes,
like Thor.
incredible.
I weirdly liked Thor too, quite a bit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I love this.
I liked Rosa. I hated Piper. I liked Rosa.
I didn't from the get-go, as you could see.
I know. But I think it was the
See, that's that pattern recognition for you.
yeah, for me it was
I'm
the
so glad I
oh,
didn't look out to be a stupid bitch, though, because sometimes that happens. I was like, please don't let me look to see him be a stupid bitch.
No, because you wouldn't
I
have
was
put
actually
left it
kind
in
of
your notes.
pissed
You would have
because I
taken that
was
shit
like
right out.
No, I don't go through my shit after. I
from
don't read.
Kelly's perspective, it was like, oh, here's this girl and she's really pretty, she's really cool, she likes tattoos, like I think I could be friends with this girl. And I'm like, you know what? I like that you're carrying that vibe. And she came in with that super like girl power, like, hey, there's this
Did
like
it on
creeper,
purpose.
like,
No, she
of
fucking
course,
catered.
of course she did. That's why I'm saying
Let's
I
talk
like
about our least favorite characters while we're on
that's
fucking
why I
Rosa.
said I liked Rosa, not Piper, okay? Piper was pulling Rosa's strings. It's not my fault. I liked it, okay? This is like saying,
Dummy mommy over here.
yeah, yeah, yeah. This is like saying, like, oh, okay, perfect example. Some of us still have love for Harry Potter books because, they may have been a part of our childhoods. Does this mean that we love who wrote them? Absolutely not, right? But we can't control the fact that she pulled those strings.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Ron Weasley is adorable.
Ron Weasley.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
Least favorite character is Piper. Crazy bitch.
Ariel's is Logan.
I just wish she
Rosa
wasn't
is
a
her least
fucking
favorite.
stupid bitch.
Mm.
And also, this might be a hot take, but I think Caspar gave me nothing for this story. Like he gave me
He was like a ghost.
yeah.
It's very filler character, I think.
Yeah.
Like
So,
you needed some plot development
yeah.
and shit.
And
Yeah,
then
I was
to
trying to
give
make, like,
him
a
the
joke.
to give him the epilogue chapter?
I think it's because it
The
was setting
fuck?
it up for.
It was, but you did not develop him enough to give him that. Give me Thor. Give me fucking Thor.
I think if it's gonna be a trilogy, you want to save Thor for last. That's a very
Maybe.
strategic
But
move.
then don't set
Just
me up the character.
yeah, just
This
like
was not a one-handed read for me.
I have to get to
can't relate.
ratings too, but okay. That works as
Can't
well.
can't
We know
can't
what she's
relate.
got. Amazon
Can't
gives it
relate.
Amazon a 4.2, Goodreads a 4.0, and Storygraph is also a 4.01.
I rated this a 4.0.
I also rated it a 4.
I
And just
did
got a 5.
5 stars. Yeah.
Lovely. Yes. It wasn't a one-handed read for me, and I would survive just fine.
Can't relate. I
I would
do
survive.
believe it was a one-handed read for me at one point, and I think it was at the worst point. But it's fine.
Point. What exactly is the worst point?
When she was dommy mommying him,
Oh. Yeah, that was a little hot. Until he turned the tables. The turntables.
yeah, that's why I said at the worst point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was a little
yeah,
hot.
yeah.
Not gonna
I
lie.
feel
That
like
it was almost there. Yeah.
I probably would have died because I probably would have been like, ooh, fire.
What the fuck?
I'm just being honest.
That took a turn. All right.
Spice ratings.
I'm gonna say
I
it
was gonna
was
go with like a jalapeno, I think. Was
a
that what
jalapeno or a jalapeno and a half because of the Dobby Mommy.
Yeah. And just like, yeah, yep.
Indeed. Indubitably friends.
Indubitably.
Perfect.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty, so it's wheel spinny time
Yeah,
with our 5 books left.
Yeah.
What's this do? Okay. Here's the wheel. I'm gonna hit shuffle about 5 times, because why not? And now we're gonna spin it. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Oh, me again.
Little Sip of Sin by Cleo Evans.
Damn. I was hoping you would get the "Who's Your Daddy" thing because I don't know. It caught my eye. I don't know why.
All right. Little Sip of Sin.
Ooh.
Dracon and Dell want to find their soulmate and don't mind sharing with each other so long as they have a connection too. They want someone who won't run from their teeth, claws, scales, and yes, those things too. The barista introduces the two of them to Kat, a sassy human who loves monsters but is reluctant to fall in love with one, let alone two. It doesn't take long before passion ignites between the three of them. One weekend together is all the dragons think it will take to convince Kat they're all meant to be. This is an MMF monster romance, and it is an insta-love fated mate novella in the cafe series where a guy named the barista matches people up. It's the second
Cool.
book. Yeah. They're all standalones, but
I
We've
fell in love
read
with the Fairhaven Fall series, and that's just a fucking adorable monster romance series. It's just so cute, and it's like a sparkly ogre grandma that's she's like a quarter fairy, a quarter ogre or something, and she's this tiny old lady that's just running around the town,
That's
matchmaking and being
so
a
cute.
freaking menace in tracksuits that are bedazzled and say heinous things like she was wearing one the other like in one book that was like who's your daddy, but it was sparkled like it
Oh my
just
God.
this lady's fucking Fairhaven Fall series, don't sleep
That's
on
so
it.
funny. And
So good.
it's been 2 years, but we have read a book by Cleo Evans before. We read the Monster Pucker book, and that was 2 years ago.
I
That
don't think we
sounds
liked
familiar.
that one, did we?
I don't remember. I thought we did.
Oh,
It was
maybe I
a
didn't.
hockey. It was hockey monsters.
Yeah, I don't know
Sounds
why.
familiar.
It does. Let me see.
Crystal,
It was an
I've been on
MMF.
Crystal.
Yeah.
I've been on an Amy Dawes kick.
Yeah.
God damn you. God damn you.
Ma.
I
Oh.
rated it 2.5 stars.
Oh, well, we're gonna see. But that was two writers for that book.
Yeah.
And I think we commented, I think at one point that it really read like there was two different authors for
Yeah,
the book,
that
if I
happens
remember correctly.
sometimes.
But that's okay. We're gonna try this novella out. We'll see how it goes. It also has been 2 years since we've read the author, so who knows?
We shall see.
I don't
Perhaps
know.
But
things have improved.
we'll find out next week. Make sure to keep reading.
And keep it smutty.
In the corner.
And Logan had asked Kelly if she had ever done anything like that herself. If she had any, if she had, and Logan had asked Kelly if she had ever had, if she ever had, have you ever,
Uh,
the receptionist of the cat of the so she enlists the oh my gosh receptionist.
cats?
Yep, the cats are on. No. I'm so congested. Chicken nuggies, chicken nugget dance. I'm like pounding the water. I think it's because I'm like congested. I'm like, all I need is water. My freaking body is like, drink me. Like, where would he take freaking what's her face? Kelly. My brain's broken.
It's also 8 p.m., girl.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.